What is going on? Hello there, and Star Wars fans, you are in for a treat. We're going to be looking at a saber today, and we're looking at a Solaari saber. So Solaari is a French company making lightsabers. They wrote to me, said, hey, we want to send you a saber to check out. And I said, absolutely, that sounds wonderful. I would love to check out one of your awesome sabers. And so if you are a collectibles fan, a lightsaber fan, and you want to check out this review, you're in luck, because we're going to take a look at the Waan Elite in black. The W-A-A-N, Waan Elite. And if you like this video, you want to see more saber reviews, helmet reviews, collectible reviews, Star Wars gaming reviews. Of course, I do a lot of Star Wars stuff, a lot of tabletop gaming, and also a lot of collectibles. I invite you to check that subscribe button. There's still time left to enter to win the big lightsaber giveaway going right now. If you just, anybody who's a subscriber and leaves a comment on this or one of my videos is automatically entered to win that big lightsaber giveaway. Plus, we're doing 12 Days of Life Day throughout December and all that cool stuff. And but again, big thanks to Solaari for sending this out. This is the Waan Elite. We're gonna open up. I'll show you how this comes in the box. I did already open it up and checked it out a little bit, and hence why the box is, some of the tape kind of tore right there. So this is not the first unboxing, so I repackaged the whole thing so I could kind of do the unboxing with you here. Of course, I had to look at it first. And of course, here it is. So it's first off, I want to talk about the packaging. The packaging is very nice. You got the Solaari logo on here. If you were to like repackage this up, like maybe you wanted to resell it or something like that, you're gonna have a really nice box. If you want to save the box, you're gonna be able to keep everything very nice and neatly in here, which is pretty cool. Now we have our hilt right here, and this is the Waan Elite. We'll be looking at this in some more detail, but I just want to show you everything and how it comes in the box. We have the blade itself. Now this is an RGB saber, so we're going to have kind of more of an opened end blade here, and it's got some metal bars in here, which is kind of cool. I think that's to kind of capture and to send the signals to the saber saying that you've thwacked somebody with the blade, so it can register its little, its effects and things of that sort. And over here we've got a battery charger and I think a case to hold extra batteries if you wanted to order additional batteries. So this uses lithium-ion batteries, and we're going to take a look at those as well. But they're rechargeable, which is really cool. And I think that's everything that comes in the box. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the hilt. All right, so first off, we have our hilt here. Now, this is an all-black model. I thought this would be kind of a cool option because it's gonna be, it's gonna contrast so much more with a lot of the different sabers that I have. One of my kids today was like, "You're doing another lightsaber review?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm gonna have to start calling you General Grievous." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think that it's a fine addition to my collection." Yeah. But yeah, no, it's actually really nice. It kind of captures the light pretty well. So it is a little reflective, but it kind of has a little bit of a subdued black look. We do have kind of the curved top part near the emitter up here. And then we have kind of this nice little texture in here, which kind of helps you to grip it a little bit easier along the sides. We do have an extra little panel here. Now this doesn't actually do anything. I think this is probably where they put some of the stuff inside, so you can't really, this isn't removable. I certainly don't have any intention of removing that. We do have our power switch here with the Solaari logo in there, and we have like some openings here, and you can kind of see I guess some of the wiring underneath there. I'm not super crazy about this part because it kind of clashes with the color underneath, the brown, it's not super, I'd almost rather it be red or whatever. I think it would look kind of cooler with the black, but it's not really that big a deal. I got some lines for for sound to come out, and of course we have the bottom part as well, that we can have sound come out of there. Now a lot of this is removable, so we can unscrew here. Our batteries are going to go in the bottom. And these are lithium ions, and they're big boys. big old batteries, and of course these we can use the charger with those, but there we just kind of insert those that way, and if you want to get some spares, you can do that as well. This is a little tricky to get this on. It does, you have to kind of line it up just right, but there we go. Yeah, it goes back on without too much problem. And the top is actually really cool because, of course, like one of the things I really like about a Saber is if it actually powers on without, without having a blade in there. Like, for example, like a lot of the Black Series ones that started coming out with removable blades, if you were to try to turn them on without a blade, and it just makes like a little bzz, like a fizzle sound. And like, while that's clever, it's also annoying because I think it'd be really cool to be able to have the option to use them as a flashlight if you wanted to. And so like this one can do that. So if I turn it on, I can absolutely use it as a flashlight. So I really dig that. I really like that aspect. I like the functionality of being able to do that. It's just really cool, especially if you're like role playing or something like that, So now we do have it on here. You can kind of hear the sound card, and of course it's motion sensitive. So as I move it around, and of course and it flashes when I'm able to. So it's got the collision detection in there too, which is really cool. The sound card is a little like a little frosty, but there's different sound effects too, and there's an app that you can go in and make changes to. And I'm going to showcase that in a little bit. And we're going to have to hold it for a few seconds to turn it off. There we go. And then it goes off. So that's kind of how the sounds work. Now, this is also one of the things I noticed when I first picked this up is that it's a much larger Saber than a lot of the other Sabers that I have. And this is a really good two-handed Saber, which I really like for this. You have a lot. I mean, it could easily be like this could be a four-handed Saber. If I was General Grievous, it could totally be a four-handed Saber. Like one of the kind of longer Sabers that I've got is next to it is like Mace Windu, and this is significantly longer than Mace's Saber. It comes up like that much taller. So it's definitely bigger than a lot of the other Sabers that are out there. I want to show you guys this with the blade in and how we do the blade. All right, so the first thing we got to do is just unscrew this, and this just twists off nice and easily. And I think this is actually one of my favorite features of this Saber is, and it's pretty cool, we have a little insert cap piece here as well. Which has the Solaari logo in there, and it's just a nice little kind of dust cover for everything going on in here. Then we have this part, and this will slot very likely easily well into here. And then, of course, we just take our cap, slide this over here, and boom, and we screw this back on. And you just have to hand tighten it. Now, this means it's exceptionally easy to do if you're on the fly. If you are maybe at a convention and you wanted to have this like on your belt and then you wanted to assemble it like midway through, or, if you want to just be able to more easily go from one to the other, you can do that a lot easier. And then there we go. And I have it kind of set to kind of almost like an amethyst, a little bit of a pinkish purplish blade going on right now. And and so I just thought that's really easy to do. I don't have a whole lot of spare pieces that I have to worry about, so very easy and convenient to attach that blade and then to change it back. Another thing that's really cool is there is an app for this on how you can change it. So let's take a look at that. All right, so basically we have a really cool little app here, and it's for for Android and iOS, and all you have to do is turn on your Saber, and it's going to automatically connect. The Saber dings when it pairs. Of course, I've already paired it through Bluetooth. So, of course, there you go. It's going to tell you your battery. It's going to tell you your color of your Saber. You can do all kinds of things like change the color. You can specifically specify an RGB color. For example, I can go over to green if I want. Boom! And now I'm green. I can go to blue, and now I'm blue. I can go to white. I'm white. I can do any of these colors that I want Well, let's go teal. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. I can go a little more greenish. I can go there. All right, let's go red. Well, that's more orange. There we go. Red. There we go. Now we're Sith. We're feeling the Sith. And of course, I can punch in my own values as well. So if I want to go 222, done. Boom. There we go. I got kind of a yellowish, right? There we go. So I've set it back to purple, and I also want to show you guys, like I can do volume control here, which I could just turn the volume down or all the way off if I want. But I also have the ability to change the individual sounds. So I have it set to legacy right now, but I can change it over to shadow. And yeah, and I really like the shadow sound. And of course it's gonna play the hum. It's like slightly different hum for legacy. But I like the shadow sounds better. Shut down. All right. Strikes. So you can really customize the individual parts and how it's going to actually look. And then of course your parry colors and all that other stuff. So you can do all kinds of cool stuff with customizing it and choosing how you want it to look and sound. All right, so we're gonna fire this thing up so you can kind of just see what it looks like. You know, I have lighting on right now, so we'll do one with like the lighting on, and then I'll turn the lights down a bit so it'll be a little darker so you can see how it looks both with lights and in less light. So we're gonna fire it up. Now you have to hold it for a second. If you just press the button once, it's not gonna do anything. So you have to hold it on. 1, 2, there you go. See that? So you've got the nice little, and I like this sound effect better. I like the shadow sound better than the legacy sound. I think this is definitely how I'm gonna run it, because first off, it matches the dark aspect of the saber, and it just sounds better as a whole. So that's good. Of course, we can have the tap feature, so we can deflect bolts and things like that. And if we hold it a little bit longer, we shut it down and we get that sound effect. Now let's try it with the lights out. Okay, I put the lights out all the way. Here we go. There we go. Really dark this time. Really dark. I probably should have made them a little bit dimmer so you can kind of check it out. This should be my new profile photo, right? Ah! I don't know. I should actually take some classes and do some sparring or something. But no, this looks really cool in the dark. All right, I'm gonna break stuff. I got too many things. See, I'm trying to film with all my games and Star Wars stuff in the background, and it inevitably happens that I always tend to break things. But here's the Luke Skywalker pose, right? Yeah. You'll find I'm full of surprises. All right, so that is the Waan Elite from Solaari. If you like what you see here, you can check the links down in the description below and go check them out for yourself. I think they got some holiday deals going on right now, so if you are interested in picking one of these up, you know where to find them. Overall thoughts, I think it's a long saber. I really like the size of it. It feels good in the hand. It's a little thicker than I think would be ideal, but I feel like it's a good heavy saber. It's a good two-handed saber. So like, you know, it's not something I would want to, I don't know if I'd want to dual wield two of these, but they do have it to where you can connect two of them to make like a staff if you want to do that as well. But I really like the app support. I think the app support is a really cool feature. I think the fact that you can customize it, you know, from your phone is a really cool thing to be able to do that on the fly. And the only thing I wish it had like a quicker turn on and shut off. I wish that maybe they could put another button on. I guess that would be my only real negative feedback, is that I wish I could just be like, you know, and I can't just do that. I have to hold it, and then it goes on that way. Again, that's not a big deal, and a lot of sabers do have it to where you have to hold it. I just like it better. That's one of the things that like the Hasbro Black Series sabers have that's nice, is just that you just flip it and it goes on. However, the number of features you get on something like this is so much more than the Hasbro ones that it's clearly, you know, clearly a lot better. So, yeah, no, I definitely like all the features, especially being able to change the sound profile is always a really nice thing. Plus, it's black too. You know, you don't see a whole lot of black sabers. And they have different colors available too, so you can check them out. Head over to Solaari, and you know, if you're interested in placing an order, you know, then there's a good time to do it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and let me know what kind of saber you want to see me do next. I will talk to you guys later. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. So say we all. You can't take the sky from me. Party on, dudes. Hakuna Matata. This is the way. And, whoo. Dude, where's my car?